Bluelock episode 3 of season 3 is out, and this was a very decisive episode because this is the episode where we're supposed to see Isagi's Metavision activate for the first time, or his flow state mode. Anyways, if you guys like this type of content, please remember to like and subscribe, and let's get right into this shit. Now, the start of the episode basically kicks off exactly where the last episode ended, with Rin and Shido's fight breaking out and Isagi finally figuring out the puzzle piece to be able to coexist in this game. Now, the thing I have with this episode is, off the bat, I already noticed that the animation already stepped up. Now, this is not me trying to gas up the Bluelock anime's animation adaptation, because I'm not gonna lie, the animation is still bottom of the barrel, like B tier. But this seemed like a season 1 second selection type of episode, whereas last episode was just unacceptable. I don't know what I was watching last week. It was just straight frames. Like, I don't even know how the fuck that's even possible. But anyways, so we move on from that to Isagi finally being able to assert himself into the game. And like I said, the animation here is actually pretty decent when he's doing 1-2 passes, the camera movement. And one thing I also noticed is the aura. The aura in this episode so far, like, it looked really good. I'm not gonna lie, like, it looked really good. And also the characters are actually moving a lot more in this episode as well. Not to be nitpicky, but listen, I have to be nitpicky because it's Bluelock, you know what I mean? Like, if this was any other series like Bleach having animation like Bluelock, I'll be slandering it for having shit animation. But since last week was so bad, this is a step up, so I have to actually give it its stripes. Now, as we know, the score is like 4-2 right now, and if Karasu's team gets one more goal, Isagi's team ends up losing. So I really like the sequence where Isagi actually started cooking and then got them a goal from Shido. Now, Shido's goal was actually well animated, way better animated than the last one, because we actually get to see the ball move into the back of the net, whereas the last one was just literally freaking a still frame. So I don't know if they were just trying to save the most budget possible, but please, U20, I need it to look a million times better than this. If U20 can look a million times better than this, I have hope. Listen, this episode restored some hope for me. Because I'm seeing the camera movement, I'm seeing the compositing, I'm seeing the movement, and I'm like, okay, listen, if they really saved all their animation for U20, there's no reason why it should look trash. You know what I mean? Like, there's literally no reason why it should look this bad early on. But yeah, either way, this goal from Shido was actually done pretty well, I'm pretty sure. I think it captured the feel it did in the manga, where Shido just he's just a beast in the box, you know what I mean? And it really symbolizes him as a real egoist. Like, the motherfucker's not gonna link up with Usagi. He's gonna go score the fucking goal. Once again, Karasu's team goes back on the attack. Isagi's team ends up stealing it once more and getting a stop, and they're back on the counterattack. Isagi ends up finally linking up with Nanase and Hiyori for the first time. This is the first time we get to see this trio actually do something in the anime. And I like this portion, of the episode. It was cool. It was all right. It wasn't anything crazy. It had a lot of still frames, but I feel like the link up is always better than the last shit we had, where they're just CGI models just punting this 3D ball around. It looked so trash last week that this is actually looking pretty good. Anyways, so they end up making it all the way to the goal, and we already know what happens. Hiyori crosses the ball in, but Isagi is not fast enough to get to the ball in time, because he's not thinking instinctively. He's not just going, he's thinking, then moving, which ends up inherently slowing him down, especially since he doesn't have the physical capabilities to do so. Either way, Rin ends up getting his goal, and now the game's all tied up 4-4. By the way, side note, I really like this little panel they kind of adapted from Isagi with the red background. This really looks super sick, gives him that demon aura that he really should have in the anime, but instead he has the fart aura. So yeah, yo, 8-bit, just know that any other color would fit Isagi better than the green you gave him. We then get Karasu's team final attack, where Karasu drags in Rin and Isagi to then throw an over top pass to Chigiri, who seems like he's about to end the game, until Shido ends up stealing the ball mid-air. Now, this scene really impressed me. Not only because, okay, listen, it didn't impress me movement-wise, because there's obviously little to no movement in this anime at all. So I'm not really looking for the movement. I'm looking for Shido's aura. not just his aura as a character. I'm looking at the aura of the wings here. Bro, I can't show you the clip because I'm scared of copyright. But, bro, if you guys watch this episode and look at this clip where Shido steals the ball in midair, his aura looks sick. Like, I don't know what it was, but the aura looked extra sick today. It did not look like fart this week, you know what I mean? That shit actually looked good. So I was very happy with the way they adapted these wings. And it also made me hyped. It's like, bro, like maybe in U20, we already know all the moments Shido's about to have. So, like, bro... Imagine if bro's aura is looking this good this early. Imagine the U20. Hopefully they tune up the animation for that. Now, finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, Isagi's goal to end the game. Now, this goal, people love to say that this goal is trash. That's the first thing I seen on Twitter when I woke up this morning. I seen that they ruined the goal. I was like, okay, like shit, bro. They ruined the damn goal. Like, fuck. What do we do now? Now, I went to go watch the episode, and I'm not gonna lie, the goal was not that bad. Like, the panel is adapted. Like, that's the thing that they've been doing a lot better this season. I feel like they've been adapting panels a lot better than last season. Like, a lot better. Last season, the compositing, like, was nowhere near the level it is right now. I feel like they adapt panels a lot better in this season. Either way, this goal, the way they adapted the panel of Isagi breaking through of Shido and Rin, I liked it. You know what I mean? Like, I liked it. It wasn't as good as it, like, should have been in the manga, but it was still a good adapted panel where he breaks free and gets his goal. Now, I went on Twitter and looked at the replies of that video, and someone linked, like, a fan-made version of Isagi's goal in this, and the fan-made version absolutely clears the official studio version. So I get where people are saying now when they say that they ruined Isagi's goal, because they really expected it to be a lot better, especially since a fan animation is 10 times better than what actually happened. But I mean, at the same time, bro, what are we supposed to do about this shit? Listen, White Fox, I will let all this shit slide. Remember, I will let all this shit slide. I'm not just here to hate on Bluelock. I'll let all this shit slide as long as you guys do U20 right. If U20 is done right, I'm chilling. I do not care. Like, you can do whatever you want to the anime right now. Just make sure U20 is done amazingly. Like, one of the best anime adaptations, like, ever. We're already at episode 3, and I'm guessing episode 4 will be the end of the third selection, and maybe the beginning of U20. Overall, for this week's episode, I think I'd give it a rating of a 7 out of 10. A good rating. I do not think that this episode was alright. I don't think that this episode was bad. I enjoyed watching this episode, and the animation had a step up. It had a lot of scenes I really enjoyed. But yeah, you guys let me know what you guys think about the episode down below in the comments. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you like this video. Share this video to your friends who like Bluelock. And yeah, man, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.